I've got a really fun glitch to show you guys. This is where you can go completely out of bounds and bypass all the death barriers. This is on the map Terminus for Black Ops 6 Zombies. You're able to swim underneath the map all the way to the point where you get underneath the graphics, and then you can swim back up and get underneath the entire map. Right here I'm underneath one of the islands and I do create a pileup. I'm able to collect items like weapons and ammo, and I'm safe from the water monster. And shout out to Sloth Productions and his crew for finding this glitch. Now this has been known about for a long time, but it's not been released yet. Right here you can see I'm creating a pileup with these flies. You also can pile up zombies and shoot them, and the method for doing this is really fun and really crazy. And I'll show you guys how to do this, but what's also fun is facing off against dangerous mobs or creating your dream world in Minecraft. The movie's already out in theaters, so now's the perfect time to dive in even deeper into the universe you know and love. G2A, your gate to adventure, offering incredible deals on Minecraft. Whether you're battling mobs, crafting the perfect fortress, or exploring endless worlds, G2A makes it easy to grab the game without breaking the bank. No lines, no hassle, just amazing discounts and a world of endless creativity. Why wait? Start your Minecraft adventure today. Check out G2A's Minecraft deals and level up your gaming experience. Now that the movie's out, it's the perfect time to jump into the action. Get your game now and make the adventure legendary. I'll have a link to these deals down in the description and also the pinned comment. And this Minecraft movie does look like it could be really awesome. Let me know if you guys are gonna go see it. So for this glitch, there's a secret to it, and there's a way to get out of the map, and it's pretty wild, but it's using the RCXD. And this is such a cool way to use the RCXD to do a glitch. I really love it. I'll show you guys how to do it. For this, you will need to pick up this oxygen tank, and you need explosive damage to move this rock to be able to pick it up. And this is located right below the Pack-a-Punch lift. This is gonna allow you to swim much longer underwater, and you're gonna need it for this glitch because you are gonna be way outside the map. You're gonna be swimming really deep and then having to swim right back up to the surface, which means you cannot do this in directed mode. You have to do it in regular mode because that extra oxygen is considered a side Easter egg and it is not available in directed mode. Another thing you're gonna need for this is another player. You cannot do this solo, unfortunately, but if you find someone to help you, go try this because it is so much fun. The next thing you're gonna wanna do is go to Crab Island, and you're going to need 2 boats, and you wanna line them up at this part of the island right here. There's going to be a player driving another player on one of these boats outside the boundary past that area there. First thing I'm going to show you is the perspective of the player that's having to drive the other player out of the map. So if you got your boats ready, go ahead, get in the boat. You're going to have another player jump on the boat. They need to be on the end of it. They're going to go into the RCXD, and then you are going to drive them straight out this direction. It's going to go past the barrier. It's going to say return to the combat area. When the driver sees that, they need to jump off the boat, swim back to the island, because what's happening now is the player that is outside the barrier with the RCXD, it's going to spawn them back onto the island, and this driver needs to now get the second boat and push that player's body outside the barrier again. Now this part can be tricky, and that's why you need to make sure and have your boats ready to go. If you're good at driving a boat, this won't be a problem. And we have the water monster here. Didn't seem to be too much of an issue, but once you see return to the combat area, jump out again and swim back to the island. At this point, the driver's job is done. They can go do whatever they want, but now I'll show you the perspective if you were the one getting pushed out of the barrier. Obviously, that player is going to need to equip an RCXD, and then I would also recommend getting Jug and Stamina. Those are the perks you need at a minimum. Those are going to help you survive underwater. Also, I will say that only a handful of people know about this glitch and have messed with it, and there's only been a few spots that we've found that are successful, so there's probably more stuff to find. We've been successful with getting under the outer islands, but the main center area still needs to be worked on. Also, I would highly recommend saving a parasite to do this, not a zombie or a crawler, and I'll explain why that is in just a moment. And right here we have a parasite save, so we are ready to go. So for the player going into the RCXD, when they get on the boat, they need to go to the very end of the boat and hang one leg off of the end like that right there. Then you also have to make sure that the boat is close enough to the island where you can go into the RCXD. They want to get into it and then drive away from the parasite or anything around it that could make it blow up and take you out of the RCXD or kill stuff on the island. And that's why we save a parasite. I was able to just drive past the parasite, not kill it, and change the round. So right now, shout out to Trickz, he is driving me outside of the map I'm making sure to stay safe with this RCXD. So the driver is removing your body twice, and on the second time, you're going to see this return to combat area. That means it was successful, that they were able to scoop your body up again and push you outside the boundary. At this point, you can exit the RCXD and just blow it up, and you're going to be outside of the barrier, just floating there. You're going to be taking hits from the death barrier, so make sure you don't have quick revive equipped because it makes you take much more damage from that. And right here you can see on that green marker at the bottom, I am outside of that warning about that combat area, so I've bypassed that. But yeah, I am taking hits from that death barrier. To avoid that, you need to start swimming and go underwater. That's going to allow you to heal up, but you're going to start slowly drowning, so just watch that oxygen bar. You have quite a bit if you've picked up that oxygen tank. You want to swim as much as you can, so stay underwater swimming until you need a little bit of oxygen, fill that white bar back up, and then go right back underwater. So one of the islands you can get underneath, and it works really well, is going to be up on the right. So my green marker is down at the bottom. I'm going to swim on the outside of that out of bounds, and up to the right there's going to be a bend in that out of bounds red line. That's where I'm going to start swimming straight down. I'll be able to breach through the graphics and then come back up and be on the inside of the map and on the inside of that boundary and be able to get under that island. One cool thing about being on the outside of that boundary is that the water monster cannot touch you. It can't go past that boundary like you can, so it'll just hang on the very edge trying to get you, but it can't. If you're out here swimming, pay attention to that boundary on the left. It's very easy to go and swim back over it, and once you do, you can't come back out again. You got to redo this glitch entirely. Also, the perimeter of this map is not all 100% breachable. There's only certain areas that you can swim straight down and then breach and come right back up, and this is one of them. And that's something that needs to be explored more. Again, there's only been a few of us that have messed with this, and there could be a really awesome spot that's really easily breachable and we can get into the main area or something like that. But if you get to this point, make sure you have full oxygen and then just go straight down. Now you can use, I guess, one of your buttons to just lower yourself, but I just went swimming straight down, and you'll see that you can breach right here, and then you just look straight up and start swimming straight up. You should have about a quarter bar of oxygen left when you get up underneath this island, but if you go to other places, yeah, you might get trapped where you can't get your head above water and get oxygen. I'm just showing you guys in real time how long this actually takes, and I keep constantly checking the mini-map to make sure that I am headed towards the right place. And underneath this map, there are pockets of oxygen where you're not going to be able to swim anymore. You're just going to keep falling, so just be aware of that, that if you see a clear area, you might drop and fall completely under the map and you're done. This teleported me up here right underneath the island, and what's cool here is that, yeah, you can pick up drops, you can pick up all kinds of stuff, like anything that drops on the ground. I got stuck in a graphic right here, so this might happen to you, but it'll let you loose eventually. With this glitch, only one person can have the extended oxygen and is the only one that can swim out. So we wanted to try to use gums to try to get other players out. We used the nowhere but there. I got downed and Trickz tried to revive me, but it didn't work. It does not put him outside the barrier or underneath the map, so that's a bust. You can use anywhere but here and it will put you back into the spawn area on the map, and there's also a place right here on this island where you can reach up through the ground and get back into the map. So that's why this location is great. A good spot in this area is that second little tiny island where you can call in another boat, and if you just stay up underneath here, there's plenty of oxygen. The monster in the water does not mess with you. And under here you can create pileups all over the place and help out other players. You can pick up weapons, you can kill zombies, you can pick up their drops, and I'm pretty sure that if a boat was called in, you could get into the boat and also get back into the map that way. Right here I am picking up a ray gun and swimming back to the safe area. So yeah, you're gonna pick up weapons. Right here you can swim into the shore. It will pop you up into the graphics and just move around a little bit. It will pop you up onto the map completely. Again, really fun glitch. Still more to explore with it. I'm glad to see something really awesome with the RCXD, but I hope you guys enjoyed this, and we'll see you next video.